Hey y'all, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the General Collective weekly reading. This isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, just take what resonates and leave the rest. It is February 1st as I am recording this. We currently have Sun in Aquarius and the Moon is in Leo right now. Today is the full moon in Leo. It's right now the moon is at about 12 degrees and I believe the full moon is actually at about 13 degrees. So I will be doing, I'll say, a separate full moon reading just because like the way that these moons have been lining up, they've been falling like when I do my weekly readings, but this one is doing the same. So I don't know, it just feels like it needs its own separate reading. So that'll be out tomorrow at some point, depending on when you're catching this. Excuse me, because I had a busy day today and I'm recording, this weekly kind of late. I normally try to, get the weeklies done earlier in the day for me personally, but I had some things to do today. So with that being said, we're going to jump right on in. I'm starting out with the mixed emotions deck. Right now, this moon in Leo is opposing all of this Aquarius energy. As you know, Leo and Aquarius are the opposites or counterparts or 1/7 to each other as far as the houses go. So for this reading, you can definitely, and I'm pretty sure that the full moon, this reading as well as the full moon reading, there will be some overlap, but that's fine. But definitely take a look at your Leo houses to see where this, energy for this week could be playing out for you, as well as your Aquarius house. So it's opposing the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Pluto. So let's, see what needs to come through for the collective as it pertains to the energy surrounding this week. What messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this week? Can I get one more? Know that the energy, if I didn't say it already, could be vice versa or interchangeable. Time as well as the energy is fluid. And just take what resonates and leave the rest. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. All right, so bottom of the deck we have relieved. I like this. It says reassured, soothed, and at ease. And then we have irritated, which says annoyed, aggravated, and bothered. Then we have the trapped card, which says imprisoned, cornered, or stuck. And then we have unsure, which says uncertain, doubtful, and indecisive. Followed by peaceful, which says calm, serene, and centered. And then lastly, we have creative, which says imaginative, inventive, and expressive. So right now, I don't know, I feel like, I don't even know how to say this, because I feel like for some of you, this relieved energy, it could be you. But I'm also feeling it in a way where like this is the energy that someone is trying to like get to. You know, within themselves, whether that's mentally, physically, or, you know, spiritually, or even emotionally. Or for some, like if you are this energy, or if you are in this relieved energy, I feel like there's another energy here that's trying to get to that, and it's almost like they don't know how to get to this place of peace. Um, I almost feel like with this creative card, someone has been trying to like, because it almost feels like magician like, or like the energy of actually physically doing something. Um, but with hopeless here, it's like whatever someone is trying to do, or whatever they're like, however they're trying to like come up with a plan, like it's almost like it's fallen short. Because then up under that, we have unfulfilled. So you could be either one of these energies, but I feel like someone is just like, I feel like very agitated, or they're in a very like agitated state wherever they're at, or you know, physically, or just how they're feeling, like they don't know how, like what to do, how to do it. Like I feel like someone doesn't even know where to begin, or like especially with this unsure, like which way to go, like do I stay in this energy, or do I try to, you know, like almost try to go towards some type of peace. Like it's almost making me like, I feel like somebody could be really like erratic right now. I don't know if I like that energy. Because it feels like just very like, oh, I don't even know the word for this. I guess erratic would be the best word for it. And then we have grateful and frustrated coming out. Which seems like, I don't know, it kind of seems like these two cards, like the way I'm feeling it, like shouldn't come out together. Because grateful says thankful, appreciative, and blessed, and frustrated says prevented, hindered, and blocked. And it just seems like, or at least, you know, the way that I'm feeling this is like, it's almost like these two energies that like there's no way for them to coincide. I mean, at a minor level, maybe, but this feels like, it feels like it's bigger than that. I almost want to do this because it feels like this frustrated energy is wanting to like get to this grateful energy. And it's like I said, like I felt before, it's just like they don't know what to do. And it could feel like, you know, just like the card is depicted, being like stuck in traffic, unable to move, not knowing where to go, feeling like, you know, time is of the essence. What's at the bottom? Yeah, embarrassed. What says self-conscious, awkward, and exposed. Can I get one? Why does this feel like this, Spirit? This grateful and frustrated. Could you tell me more about this? Okay. We have inspired coming out, which says moved, stimulated, and challenged. And then we have overwhelmed. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's like the same energy just came out, which says swamped, inundated, and burdened. And you know what this is making me feel like? Being that it's coming out this way, it's almost like someone was previously like I almost feel like it's like that shoulda coulda woulda energy. Like someone had I don't even know how to explain this, like because what I want to do is I want to do this. I want to move these two cards over here like this. I want to do that. I'm sorry, y'all. This is just how the energy be coming through to me sometimes, and I have to do it that way to pick up, because I feel like something is like what happened that led, whether this is you or someone you're energetically connected to, or just some the energy. It feels like there's something missing. Like whatever happened to cause this person to go from this grateful and inspired energy to this frustrated and overwhelmed. Like it's almost giving me like the energy of like someone biting off more than they can chew, someone being in that shoulda coulda woulda energy, and now almost wanting to go back because the way that they went was like it became too much. But also with the shy at the bottom, like not like it's almost like this person is in just like freeze mode. Like it feels very like fight or flightish. But it feels like right now with this shy card, like this person, like if this is an energy of like, whether this is you, like I said, or someone you're connected to, it's almost like something is wanting to like almost come back to this energy over here. And that could be just the energy of this grateful and inspired, just within the self. It could be another person, place, or thing, but it feels like I think the best way for me to describe it is like a bridge that was like broken in the middle. And either someone's trying to find a way to like put it back together or try to go back across. Can I get one? What's like? And the only word I can say is like, what's bridging this energy? What is in between this energy, Spirit? Look, we have the respectful card coming out, which says differential, courteous, and admiring. Yeah, and then bottom of the deck we have stressed. Yeah, like I said, it's like an energy of like, how can, I don't know if these are two different, people, where one person is in this grateful and inspired energy, or and another person is in this frustrated and overwhelmed. But like I said, it's like I can feel it, and this card really shows like, how can we like, how can I fix this, or how can I, come back or go back to something? And it's almost like they're giving me Drake's that title of that one album, Too Far Gone. Too Far Gone. But there could be tension with this stress here between a connection, yeah, where someone feels like there's nothing that they can do. Yeah. Especially with the powerless. Can I get one more for disrespectful? That was the trap card trying to come out. Yeah, then we have the fulfilled card. Yeah. Like, it makes me really just want to say, like, how can, like, I almost want to say, like, how can this be fixed? And you could be saying that to someone could be saying that to you, but with the empowered card here, which is like the strength card, it says powerful, capable, and strong. Which is, you know, the strength card in traditional tarot is the Leo energy. But like I said, there's someone here that's just like not feeling their best. We have depressed, irritated, unsure, trapped. I don't know. Because the fulfilled card says satisfied, self-actualized, and realized. This almost makes me feel like there was, I guess you could say, like, potential for something. Or that, like, the potential is here for something to be, like, mended or, like, almost bridged back together. But I don't know. What I do feel is like whoever is in this frustrated and overwhelmed energy, they're wanting to leave whatever, you know, obligations or responsibilities with this one. Like, they're ready to just leave all that shit behind. And off of this fulfill card, if something was able or is able to be fixed, or there's potential for that, that would be like this person's dream come true with the fulfill card here. And if this is you, it's like it really feels the same. Like, it would make you, if this is your energy over here, the grateful and inspired, to be like, this is like two different, like, people in two different places and spaces within their lives, and whether you've connected with this person or not, I feel like you would have had to. You would have to know who this is. Nothing would make either of you happier than being able to fix this. And it almost makes me feel like with the empowered card that it's like, in a way, like, spirit is saying, like, yeah, it's possible. And, you know, whatever that is, this is not just exclusive to love. So don't take it that way. I mean, if that's your story, go for it. But if not, no, because this could be like friends or family, you know, like. I don't know if I like the way that card just flew out. But let's see. Look at spirit. Magic happens when you most expect it. I can't make this shit up, y'all. But let's see what's going on, Spirit. Messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do you need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this week. This magic happens when you most expect it is making me feel like either one or both of these energies could have been in the mindset, like whatever caused a rift, that's what Spirit just said, a rift in the situation, was like that it was unmendable in a way. And it almost feels like now, even they're bringing me back to this empowered card, like it can be overcome. You take it how it resonates for you, because this is like this is almost like a specific read for somebody, at least the way that it's coming out. And you know, whoever the message is for, it'll get to. We just gotta roll with, you know, at least that's how I roll. I let Spirit do its thing. Like I'm almost at like a loss of words, honestly. I'm gonna read this. Magic happens when you most expect it. Okay, so it says, magic happens when you most expect it. The essential meaning: a powerful sacred creator, the potential to call your dreams into reality, the awakening of forgotten energies, the subtle shifts of your physical world as your mindset changes, the mysterious will of source, the divine, your subconscious mind, finding and following the signs. The self-care message says manifesting change and stagnation at the same time, crossing signals, working on manifestation with your mind, yet operating in scarcity mode with your heart, missing the signs of serendipity because you don't believe they are coming. And it says magic happens when you most expect it. In a life full of structure and rules and the very unmagical excuse of coincidence, one needs to expect magic to happen in order to prime the pump and bring it in. Actually, one needs to be actively waiting and watching for it. Magic and serendipity show up in your life all the time, yet they are often missed when they surface in ways that we least expect them to. It's time to call things into being by setting an intention, taking action on that intention, and expecting it to work. Watch for proof that it's coming to you, and prepare for a few "oh my goodness, holy crap, it's working" moments when offers, opportunities, experience, freebies, and all the guiding help you need begin to show up. As you awaken miracles with an incredibly magical mindset, start writing down the signs as they arrive. This active co-creation with the universe will build upon the simple magic of serendipity, and the proof that your dreams are taking shape will accelerate their formations. Accelerate their formation. What signs have you noticed that say, yes, this is the right way? What things come easily for you? Why is that? And could you use that same sort of I know it's coming faith in another area of your life? How are you cataloging, sharing, or tracking the serendipitous opportunities that come your way? Mm. Mm. So, bottom of this deck, we have ambush your ferocious dream. And this is like the energy that I'm almost feeling for this person. Like, whoever's in this frustrated and overwhelmed energy, like, I can feel them almost like wanting to be in that full energy of just taking a leap of faith. But there is something that's holding them back, whether it's fear, whether it's a, you know, a situation or circumstance, because we did see that trapped energy, where, you know, you can feel stuck, that irritated energy. Like I said, I felt like someone was like heavily agitated in whatever situation they were in. And then we have the distraction of shiny things. And then we have, look, gratitude again. And like I said, this is making me feel like I said, if this is somebody that's either wanting to get back to this energy for themselves, or if this is another person, place, or thing in this grateful and inspired energy, here's the confirmation that, you know, someone wants to get back to this gratitude, with gratitude again coming out. But almost with the distraction of the shiny things, it's like someone has to get over, like, or overcome, like, their, it could be like materialism. It could be like that scarcity mindset. It could be like I'm also getting that energy of like almost gluttony of needing to have, you know, physical things to like almost compensate for, you know, whatever it is that they're lacking, which is causing them to come from that scarcity mindset. Because that is in overcoming that with gratitude again. After that, we have imbalance. And there clearly is an imbalance here. But I also feel like something's been broken or severed, or like the only word I could say is like broken apart. Can I get one for this grateful and inspired, please, Spirit? Why is grateful and inspired here? Too many. Grateful and inspired. And can I get one? They're telling me to take the bottom, so I'm going to take the bottom as well. What you got me doing today, Spirit? And then can I get one for the frustrated and the overwhelmed? Why is that here? The frustrated and the overwhelmed. Oh. Too many. Less cards, please. Frustrated and overwhelmed. Just one. Ooh. Too many. Just one, please. This person could have a lot to say, or like a lot, you know, like I almost feel like going through their heads. Like almost like being like, I'm feeling like the Two of Swords. Like being double-minded in regards to something, and these cards keep coming out in twos. So we have the spark of the hustle coming out, and I'll take the bottom of that as well, which is like that full energy. Like, yeah, this person could be ready to take some type of action. But let's start over here with the gratitude or grateful and inspired, and we have creator air. I'm clarifying that, yeah. We have ambush, fear with your ferocious dream coming out on this side. And along with the spark of the hustle for this side, yeah, we have imbalance. This is cute. This is funny, Spirit. I like this because what I'm feeling is like if you're in this energy of the grateful and inspired, I feel like you've like already done what this energy is needing to do. Because I'm almost feeling this creator air like the Ace of Swords. Like you're seeing clearly. For some of you, you've cut out fear, and you ambushed your fear with your ferocious dream. Like that's the best way I can say it. Like I don't know, this is coming out very literal with these cards. And it makes me feel like, yeah, like for some of you, like you could even be like, I'm almost getting like the energy of communicating to someone, or talking to them, or telling them, or you've told them whatever you've told them. It's almost like your words have aligned with your actions and they can see it. And it's almost like they're looking at you like, and they're giving me Eminem's I'm Not Afraid. And what does he say? I'm not afraid to take a stand, to take a chance. Everybody clap your hands. Let's walk this road together through the storm. Oh, I haven't heard that song in so long. I don't even know if that's how it goes. I'm just trying to recollect it in the moment. But that's what it feels like. And with this spark of the hustle over here, for whoever's in this frustrated and overwhelmed energy, with imbalance, if they go ahead and like take a leap of faith, have some faith, release themselves from this, whatever this overwhelmed energy is for them, that's how they'll basically achieve some type of balance, which I'm feeling is leading to this respectful card. Even if this is just within themselves, like this could just be the energy of someone who is like internally like battling with like two different sides of themselves and struggling to bring those sides together. And if that's the case, it's almost like, how do I, like, whoever's in this energy is probably like, how do I bring this together for myself to come to this energy of like being fulfilled emotionally, and also like oh my God, I don't know how to say this, because this is almost like the energy of a person who like is used to, like, because they're showing me that distracted by the shiny things, like whoever this person is, they're used to filling voids with things. And it's almost like those things, whatever things they were using to fulfill themselves, are like, it's no longer working. So it's almost like this person is like, how can I fill these voids, and like almost in a way not like burn myself out doing it. Because whatever they're doing to obtain these things, that's where this frustration and overwhelmed energy, because it's almost like, well, how's an example I can use? All right, we'll use this example because although I'm not going through it, like personally, I understand it because I've been there before, and I'm just so grateful I'm not there now. But with like, I got a thing, like I'm a sneakerhead, and back in the day, like I would, like I would, not all sneakers that came out, but whatever sneakers that came out, and I wanted them, I would get them. And at one point, it was like anytime I had got like any money, I would just automatically go buy me a pair of sneakers. And this is no judgment. But I started realizing, like, yo, like, I would buy these sneakers and then, like the next day I'd be fucked up. Like, I wouldn't have money for something that, that I needed, like, I guess is the best way you could say it. But after a while, it started making it, like, it started just not feeling right to me to, keep being in that predicament, personally for myself. And I was kind of like, in a way, like overdoing it, and it was overwhelming me because, like, whatever sneakers I was buying for me, I was buying for my daughter too. And one day she came home from school, and we were just talking. I don't even know how the conversation came up, but she had to be like 5 or 6, and she came home and she was like, "Mom, those kids, and their parents buy them like $45 sneakers. Those parents are smart." And I was like, I looked at her like, "What, girl?" And it was right then and there, that day, in that moment. I was like, it's like a light bulb clicked on for me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, she just, in like the most genuine, sincere, unknowing way, just told me, like, "Mom, you're buying these sneakers for you. The sneakers that I was buying for her, you're buying them for you. You're not buying them for me." And not, even though I was physically buying them for both of us, it was just because of the mentality I had, like, oh, whatever I have, my daughter's gonna have. But I never even stopped to think, like, if it was what she wanted. And when she said that to me, it was just like, oh, so you're like, she's seeing it from a whole different perspective. And when she, conveyed that to me, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Like, that's when my mind shift, like, had it instantly switched. And I was like, because, like, I was like, not to say like I was doing anything crazy for the money, I just wasn't managing my money wrong. But like, or I was managing my money the wrong way. I wasn't, spending it how I should have been. But this is like, I feel like it's similar for whoever's in this frustrated energy. It's almost like the things that they're doing, to, fill whatever void, it's almost like hurting them more than it's helping them. And it's almost like, it's not to say that you can't have the things that you want, but there's a way that, you need to do it so that you can be in this grateful and inspired energy for yourself, and still, be able to, accept that, this is the way that you're gonna have to do things now. Otherwise, you're never gonna get here. You're gonna stay like in a, like on a hamster wheel between this frustrated and overwhelmed, still trying to, fill or feed whatever void it is that you're fulfilling, that at the end of the day is really not leaving you fulfilled. You gotta make peace with that. And it's almost like once you do, like, they're just showing me like a light bulb coming on. But that's what I feel here. Like, it's almost like this person, in doing whatever they're doing, they're working against themselves. It's not working for them, it's working against them. And if this is two different people, like I said, it's almost like you've gotten like over that hump over that hurdle. This energy still has not. And here we go. Especially with that elephant there. Like, yeah, you overcame that obstacle. And it may not have, the voids don't have to be the same, but it's the root of the situation. What's at the bottom? Look. Bottom of the deck, we have Creator Fire, which is like the Ace of Wands. And that is that, that inspiration, that first spark, the spark, like they just said, the spark of inspiration. Yeah. That's what the Ace of Wands represents. Because I almost feel like if this is your energy over here, like that fire is constantly like being stoked for you. So it's almost like you're never like, and I'm not gonna say never, but it's almost like you stay like in this energy of being able to, stay inspired and finding new ways to do things and exploring new, avenues, just being like even inquisitive or curious. And but this energy almost over here almost feels like a little fixated in the way they've been doing it. And I'm not saying that what they're doing is right or wrong, good or bad, but the cards are showing that it's like not helping them and being in that energy. Can I get one to go with magic happens when you most expect it? Oh, too many, Spirit. Give me one for magic happens, this fulfill card, and respectful. Still too big. Can I just get one, please? Make a mission statement for your soul. Yeah. Ooh. Then we have the now at the bottom. So yeah, and with this make a mission for your soul, what it's just making me feel like is like, yeah, this person, like I felt that energy of planning in the beginning. It almost makes me want to say, like, it's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it, but it's also like I'm getting with the make a mission statement for your soul is like the intention behind it. What's your intention for doing what you're doing? Is it just because it's what you're used to doing? Is it because, like, you're tired, which clearly, if this is your energy over here, it's kind of, at its wit's end. Are you doing it just because, like, it's something that worked for you, but it's clearly not working right now? And if this is your energy over here with this coming out, especially with the magic happens when you most expect it, it feels like your intentions are aligned. Like that's what it makes me feel like for this energy. Like what you're doing something for. Your intention behind it is almost like you like living out your soul's purpose. Like you're doing that. That's what it makes me feel like. So it almost makes me feel like saying for this energy over here is, like, is it whatever you're doing, However you're doing it, is it fulfilling you at a soul level? And this is something that you may need to ask yourself. And then asking, that, it's almost like with the now card, spirit is like asking you to be present. Like, don't think about how things was in the past. Don't try to, go too many steps ahead. Because we have the now, and then up under that, we have unstick the stuck. Yeah, it's almost like this person has to get rid of what's not working. And if this is all one person and it's not two separate energies, it's almost like, how can you continue to basically, like, in a way, keep it real with yourself? To be honest and truthful and, like I said, be real with yourself. If whatever you're doing is not working, are you ready to, like, accept that reality? Are you ready to make changes? I mean, I can see, like, here with the cards, like, whoever's in this energy, they want it, but it's almost like you could sit and sulk and almost like play victim is what I'm feeling like, or make excuses, because that's what this feels like too, the frustrated and the overwhelmed as to why you can't do something, or why, things are going the way they're going for you. Yeah, we can all sit and make excuses, but it's almost like, are you ready to, like, do the work? For whoever's in this energy, I'm feeling like they need to utilize their opposite energy. And that, like, I'm like, because I'm almost getting that contrast of, like, all of the signs, but mainly the Leo and Aquarius and the Libra and Aries energy here. Definitely the Leo and, or excuse me, Aquarius and Leo over here, and the Aries and Libra over here. So that's the individual and how you work with others with the Leo, Libra, or Aries, Libra. And then over here, it's like being real with yourself and how you, like, in a way, like, want to be seen, how you express yourself. Is it like a true representation of that? Alright, but bottom of the deck, we have Judgment, which is like, yeah, it's time to, make that call, make that judgment call. That's what I feel. And then up under that, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the King of Wands and the Ace of, or excuse me, the Fool. And this energy right here is speaking to, like, hey, like, it's almost like I said, the new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles is here. But it's all in, this masculine energy, this King of Wands, this masculine fire. Are you willing to take that leap of faith? to get to a more grounded place for yourself. Yes, with the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Or Ten of Cups, excuse me. But shit, after all that, the Ten of Pentacles, it's almost like it'll appear out of thin air, is the way that I feel. That comes with the Ten of Cups in my book. But yeah. That's what this feels like. And then here's the balance with Justice. But it feels like with the Four of Pentacles, yeah. I don't know if this masculine energy, because we have it here now. The Leo and Aquarius with the King of Wands and the King of Swords. They're either holding on or holding back due to like the way that they're not allowing themselves to, you know, be real and see like there's a better way with the Six of Swords that, you know, they could be handling the situation, whatever that is for them. So can I get one for this grateful, inspired? Can't even get the cards out. Look, yeah. And then look at this energy, the feminine energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands at the bottom. So like I said, so this is clearly the feminine energy on this side. Who's, like I said, if you're resonating as this grateful and inspired energy, you're in a very grounded, solid, realistic aspect of yourself right now as a Queen of Pentacles. And it's almost like with the Queen of Wands at the bottom, you are like almost I want to say like on fire, but it's almost like you're holding this position with like a fierce graciousness is what I want to say. Can I have another one, please? We're grateful, inspired, creator air, and ambush fear with your ferocious dreams. Yep, I knew it. Look, the Queen of Swords. Because you're being realistic with yourself. And it's almost like they said, I call bullshit. With the Five of Wands here, it's like you've cut out anything that would, you know, basically try to come in and disrupt or distract. Even with the Five of Wands, and the Three of Swords, it's like you've learned how to separate yourself from the things that, you know, could potentially hurt you. And I don't mean that in a physical way, just whatever is not good for you. It's like you make sure to keep yourself on the outside of that. But you express it as well. Can I get one more? Why this energy? Cool. Can I get another one for this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords? Too many. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Less cards, please, Spirit. Where are we at? Yeah. the star, which that's my fulfilled card. And then here's that Two of Swords I was feeling. Whether this is just one energy, this could even be multiple energies on the outside of you that, you know, it's almost like they don't know what to make of you. Like, it's almost like you're very mysterious to these people, or specifically another person, with the Two of Swords, the Moon, and the King of Wands, the masculine fire energy showing up. And it has people like almost, you know, afraid. The people or this masculine energy, like not knowing how to approach you, because it's bam, it's right in it. Like as the star, it's undeniable. Like the way that you hold your energy. It could be like the way that you walk, the way that you talk. All of that is very like it, but it is inspiring, because it's almost like I said before, you've overcome something that either a masculine, or it could be multiple people outside of you, that they have yet to overcome. Because this energy really feels like, I don't care, I'm me, and like that's what it feels like. But it's not coming from like a, how can I say this, like an egotistical place either. Like it's coming from a place of like almost as the star with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, of just knowing yourself. So it's not like you're doing anything that's against yourself. Can I get one for this frustrated, overwhelmed, the spark of the hustle and the imbalance? And it almost has people looking at you like you get what you want. Like you're getting the things that you want. You're happy. But it's because you're living in your truth. Whatever your mission statement is for your soul is yours. And nobody can decide how you align to what your soul is telling you to do. You're just doing it. Everybody has their own, soul's purpose and journey to go through. And I'm not saying that in a way like you're not supposed to, do like, this is what we came here to do. So you're doing that. I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know what other people expect. Look, I can't make this shit up. The Ace of Swords. Look. And like I said, for some of you, there's a masculine or there's multiple people that are seeing you as this. Look at this shit. I can't. They're giving me, and I know this is gonna sound so fucked up, but it was real when he said it. Kanye West down. And he says two things in the song that they're giving me. He said, one good girl is worth 1,000 bitches. And then he says, when a real person holds you down, you're supposed to drown. Like, but like not saying that in the physical way, but it's almost like, yeah, you're supposed to, like, whoever is in this energy over here, they're clearly seeing a feminine energy as this Empress energy, like as everything. But also it's almost like they're seeing clearly what it is to be, like, to have like almost knowledge of self, to be whole within the self. Masculine or feminine doesn't matter. You can see this as the Empress or the Emperor, however it goes for you. But that's what it is. And I feel like when Kanye West said what he said, like, whether this person or these energies are like dealing with multiple energies, I don't know, I can't say, but it's almost like, why deal with all of these, like all of this extra shit when you can, be content with that, with, like it's almost like a less is more like sentiment here. And then when he said, when a real person holds you down, you're supposed to drown. Like I said, for some of you as a feminine, and if this is just a masculine for you, you overwhelm them, like in an emotional way. But it's not bad. Like it's, I guess it would only, or could only be looked at as like in a bad way, because this masculine doesn't know how to handle themselves, like handle the emotional part of it, like what rises up in them. Let me get another one. Can I get another one for this frustrated, overwhelmed, spark of the hustle and imbalance? Yeah, see, we have the strength card. And now it's like this person is realizing, like, oh, now I am, look at, didn't I say this was a strength card? And it's almost like spirit telling them, like, you can handle this. You are capable of, whether attaining, or dealing with this energy, this person. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Oops. Because I feel like someone is asking. Let me just see. Yes, okay. So because I feel like someone is asking, like, what does, I guess I didn't explain it good enough. Or they, some people need a little bit more elaboration. When I said when a real one holds you down, you're supposed to drown. It says the phrase suggests that when someone truly supports you, a real one, you should fully trust them and let go of your worries, even if it feels overwhelming, which is drown. It emphasizes the idea of relying on genuine support during tough times. Yes, like, okay, like, yes. So, can I get one more for this energy? And it's almost like, I don't know, this energy over here could almost feel like, and not being able to handle it, it makes them look weak, because I'm getting that too. And that, they could have even, been a little, what's the word? Like a little backbitey to this feminine energy because of that. But it's almost like now they're seeing it like in a different way. Like I don't know. I don't know. I only know what be going on in my head. I don't be trying to think for nobody. I'll just be like feeling shit out, but that's what it feels like. Like, oh, being overwhelmed emotionally doesn't mean that I'm weak or incapable or not, strong. No, that's not what that means. It just means that you need to sort through this shit, get rid of whatever is making you feel overwhelmed. Like, sort through that shit. Because that almost feels like the Seven of Cups. Can I get another one to go with this? Frustrated, overwhelmed. Yeah. Yes. The Six of Swords. Better things ahead. And it's almost like, yeah, they're realizing that they have to move past that perception of what strength is. It's not being able to show force. It's not being able to like overpower. Nah, strength is internal. And when you have that realization, because it's like this clarity way is almost like that's that light bulb coming on for whoever is in this energy. But it's almost showing them like, yeah, there's a better way for you to channel that energy. Can I get one more? 2 minutes. We got one. Yes, the Five of Wands. And stop fighting it. Stop resisting it. This is how you overcome that conflict with the Five of Wands. And it's slow. It's, you know, it's not an overnight process. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's slow and steady. Give me one more for this energy. Who is this energy? Yep, and look, it's a release of the stress. The Nine of Swords came out reverse. It relieves all of that anxiety, the stress, the worrying, the... Look. The Eight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So really, like, it's up to for this person to decide, like, do you want this new beginning or not? Could you show me who is in this energy, Spirit? Too many. And that's the Seven of Cups and the Two of Swords coming out. And we have the Knight of Cups. This is, whoever's in this energy is someone that is, I don't want to say hesitant, but almost like afraid to take a chance on themselves in an emotional way. Because it would be like doing like a 180 for them with the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Death card. And that's where the fear is coming from with the Moon here. But it's all like, it's what they're telling themselves with the Eight of Swords. Can I get one for this respectful, fulfilled? Magic happens when you most expect it, and make a mission statement for your soul. I'm gonna just get one, please. And for some of you, like, I'm gonna just keep it real because it's here. With the Knight of Cups, this could be someone who you know, could be or could have been an emotional manipulator. But it just seems kind of, you know, funny that, I guess, with the context that comes with the Knight of Cups, of how they can be emotional manipulators or emotional charmers, but it normally, you know, the root of it is them being unable to, handle themselves emotionally. They're lacking emotional maturity. So they're able to manipulate the emotions of others by presenting themselves in a way that makes them seem like they're open, but they're really not. Where this energy is like, bam, like, I am who I am. This is it. Here it is. I don't care. Like, almost like, I don't care. I'm walking, living, breathing, being in my truth. And it's almost like I can feel the energy of this person, like almost being taken aback by this energy over here. So it would put, whoever or people that, you work out of this energy, like it would put you in a kind of conundrum spot. Like, what do I do? But can I get one for respectful, fulfilled, and this make a mission statement for your soul, along with magic happens when you most expect it? And remember when I said, like, what would make both energies satisfied or fulfilled, quote unquote, is that, like, it is, coming together in whatever way that is. But it almost feels like, how can I see this? What this energy over here really wants is just for this energy over here to be themselves. That's what I feel like. Just be who you are. Bam! Can't make this shit up. The sun. And that's clarity. That's the, being the full expression of who and what you are. Like, and I can't believe I just said that, and that comes out like that. That's crazy. I want to get one more over here for this energy. Can I get one more for this energy? It feels like there's something here. What is this that I'm feeling, Spirit? What else do we need to know about this energy over here? Why did you pull me back over here? Anything else we need to know about this energy? This feminine energy? Yeah. We have judgment coming out. And I don't even feel it in a way like judgment is being called on this feminine energy. I feel like this feminine's energy in itself is almost in a way like, because judgment could be a card of awakening too. Yeah. And it's like, it's almost like telling this energy, this masculine energy up here, like, don't be afraid. You are capable of doing the same thing that I did, because the moon is fear, illusions, confusion. It's like this feminine is unclouding the judgment of the masculine and showing them like in a way, like, the 10 of Cups is, emotional fulfillment, that once you reach the 9, you have it for yourself, but at the 10, you share it with others. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, this could be an energy of someone who is like emotionally selfish. Like they only look out for their emotional well-being. And it's almost like in dealing with this feminine, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. It didn't work for some of them. That's why there's this rift. Can I get one more for judgment? Yeah, it's time to let it go. The Ten of Wands, let go of this overwhelm. And I'm hearing with the Queen of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Queen of Cups, I got you. You know, like a Queen of Cups, she's the feminine, you know, master of the emotions. So this is someone that, you know, gets it. Give me one more to go with the Sun, please. Why the Sun? And then we'll grab the guidance and advice. We have the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Now we done seen all four queens. So the Page of Wands is normally a message. But with it clarifying the Sun, I don't know, like I feel like this person could be reaching out to this feminine energy. That's what I feel like. And then we have the Six of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like because this person can no longer like maintain, because this is almost like that frustrated energy, like sustain like this, being frustrated and overwhelmed, they might reach out to this feminine energy. What's the Page of Wands? Because it's like with the Sun here, all signs like are like the Sun card is a yes card. And if it's all signs are pointing into like, yes, send this message or talk to this person. They'll be receiving. They may be a little spicy as a Queen of Wands, but it's feminine energy, so they'll receive it. Can I get one for this Page of Wands? Oh, Page of Wands. We have the Moon and the Three of Cups. I don't know, I feel like this person is going to, like, it almost feels like confess their fears. Almost like, I don't know how I feel about this. Almost in a way to, like, initiate a reconciliation with the Three of Cups. I don't know if I like that. You ain't gotta do all that. Why the Moon? Why the Moon? Why the Moon, Spirit, with this Page of Wands? Oh. Oh. Now we have the King of Cups. So we've seen all four kings and all four queens. We've seen the Empress. So with the King of Cups coming out, this is that maturation process. That this masculine energy was needing to achieve from an emotional standpoint. Um, thank you, Spirit. So what they could be communicating as this Page of Wands is all of what they've been keeping to themselves with the moon. All that's been hidden is now, thank you, is now coming to the light. And they could be, presenting an offer via the Ace of Pentacles, to initiate, some type of collaboration with the Three of Pentacles. Oh, this is different. It's a lot, but it's different. I mean, somebody needed it. What's the guidance and advice, Spirit? Yeah, stop waiting for, you got to validate yourself. With external validation being at the bottom, it's time to leave that behind. Because what came out was one step ahead is all you need. And in doing that, you leave this behind. Can I get one for this? One step ahead is all you need. Too many. One step ahead is all you need. Have it. So let's see. I wonder if this is what I think it is. I don't even know. He's been playing possum the whole reading. This person could just be afraid of, their power as well. So it says, one step ahead is all you need. The essential meaning, 1% better each day, determination, perseverance, forward progress, sharing learned knowledge, leading edge of thought, building on existing skills. The self-care message says, worrying about expert status, impatience, not enjoying the journey, unwarranted feelings of doubt or failure, insecurities, the lack of direction or focus, and taking on too much too quickly. Today, take one small step ahead. Sometimes we worry about not making it to our destiny fast enough. Look, there it is, in that frustrated card. Not building our content quickly enough, or not being expert enough the moment we begin. That pattern of not enough, let it go. Because one step ahead is all you need, sweet pea. Even overnight successes happen in stages. Learn to revel in lifelong learning and stepping, and trust those who walked before you and who knew that the journey was more important than the final destination. Whether you are moving towards adding new skills to your toolkit or towards a giant dream you've just started to envision, whatever it is that you are building, determination and perseverance are mighty mindsets to adopt. This card also suggests, that you are 100% worthy of sharing any steps that you've learned with others, even if you learned them recently. And if that doesn't sound like music to your soul, maybe it's time to start logging your steps and your progress to remind yourself how far you've come. When you string them all together, they become marathons of one step in front of the other, and the rhythm they create is your divine dance toward expansion, one inspired step at a time. How would you like to inspire others? How can you express your own creative optimism? Is there something that you've been pushing too hard for, or something that would benefit from more of your focus. When you tune in, what is your next step going to be? So let's see what this is. Ooh. I thought it was going to be the Emperor, but we have the High Priestess. Wow. And all that is saying is like, follow your intuition, trust your inner guidance. I was not expecting that. And what's at the bottom of the deck? Ooh, the Hierophant. Honor your morals, your integrity, your values. I almost feel like this High Priestess is a person. And here's more opposites. Taurus and Scorpio with the Hierophant and the Death card. So in honoring your morals, your values, standing in integrity, you put death to that. Like, it's almost like that need to, feed or fill a void with the Knight of Wands. Because that's the energy of chasing, like, fleeting fulfillment that leaves you dissatisfied anyway with the Four of Cups. So yeah, I like this. I like it. I like that. I feel like, yeah, that's all you can do. Follow your intuition. Like I said, I feel like this High Priestess for some of you could be a person. Whether feminine or masculine doesn't matter, but it's like almost like, a very wizened energy. My daughter is crazy. Yeah, look. The King of Swords, and then we have the Tower. For some of these masculines, this light bulb moment, or seemingly like this Tower moment, is coming through by way of their own intuition and them being, accepting of that truth with the Ace of Swords. But for some of them, I'm almost feeling like if this High Priestess is a person for you, it's almost like getting confirmation from this High Priestess energy, and that is they're saying the shocker with this energy. I want to see where the Emperor is. The Empress is in between the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this Empress has, or at least the feminine energy, has already had their new beginning. Or, has already started something. With the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like whatever they turn the Ace into the Eight, and it was via the Hermit. And this could even be like working in silence, whatever they're doing. Where's the Emperor though? I feel like he's been evasive this whole reading. There he is. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords, the Emperor, and the Four of Swords. So in between is that Six of Swords. So this Emperor has been literally like, they're not awakened yet. This is the awakening for this Emperor. because they've already hit the Ten of Swords. They're wanting to get to this Four of Swords, but it comes by way of the Six. But they've been, like, the Four of Swords, they've been sleeping. Well, here's the awakening. But as always, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that this resonated for some of you, and if not, it just wasn't your story, and that's fine. I hope everyone enjoys and has, you know, a safe week ahead, and I will see y'all on the next one. All right, later.